class, yeah. So the last class, what we discussed.
Yeah, white box and black box,
Yes,
structural and functional.
yes, correct, correct. So what is? Can anyone define what is structural testing?
Structural is white box testing, and
Uh-huh.
it is done by developer, and
Correct. So yes, white box testing is done by the developer, right?
the internal logic is known by the developer.
Yes, correct. So what about black box? The who will do the
Hmm.
black box testing?
Black box is done by testing team,
Hmm.
and it is a functional testing, and internal logic is not known to them.
Yes, correct. Absolutely. So we can do any kind of testing, right? So how we are doing the testing without knowing of coding and all the things?
The requirements. What is the requirements according to that?
Yes, based on the requirements, right? Based on the requirements and specifications. Yes, correct. So what is SDLC? Anyone?
Software development lifecycle.
Yes, correct. So I told you, right, what is SDLC? SDLC is one of the most important one. If you go any interview, definitely they will ask you, can you define what is SDLC? So what is called SDLC? First basic thing in the
It
test.
is done to ensure the quality of the software or product.
Absolutely correct. So make sure that why we are following the SDLC means we need required a quality product. Okay. So most of the people are thinking testing means finding the defects. No, it's not finding the defects. We want quality of product. We want quality of product. Okay. Guys, can you please confirm? Are you able to see my screen or not? Are you able to see, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay, good. So yesterday, just 2 minutes. Okay, I'm just recollecting all the things. So yesterday, what we discussed, what is structural testing and what is functional testing. The structural testing we can call it as what white box testing, and functional testing we can call it as what black box testing. So white box testing. Now the question is what? Who will do the white box testing? If you know the internal logic and if you know the application code, then what kind of testing you can perform? You can perform white box testing. So everyone knows right who will do the coding, who will knows the internal logic. So the development team knows the application code and they know the internal logic. So the developers will do what? White box testing. Again, another question on your mind. Why developer need to do? Yes, developer need to do the testing. Okay, because developer needs the testing because whenever the developer writes some code, right, whatever the development is done from the developer end, right, so developer need to test at least one time whether the code is working properly or not. So what is developer job? Generally, what is the developer job? Developer is always write the code or modify the code or re-edit the code. Once the modify the code or writing the fresh code or enhancements or anything, once the coding is done, right, the developer need to do what kind of testing? White box testing. So this is one of the most important thing. White box testing we can call it as what? Unit level testing. In real time we can call it as what? Unit level testing, or we can call it as what? Component testing. Okay. So this all will be done by the developer. I told you, if developer is not do these kind of testing, what will happen? Developer without doing testing, developer is sending code to whom? To the testing team. Okay. So what will happen? The tester reject the code because it is not working. So QA is what? Rejecting. Okay. So you raise the defect. What will happen? The defect will comes to again to the development team. Again, developer what he do? Modify the code, but he is not doing testing. Simply he send the code to again the QA. Again QA is rejected. So what will happen like this? So there is no quality of code will not come, right? We are not getting any quality because developer is writing the code and sending to the QA without testing. Then the testing team is what? Rejecting. Again, developer is writing some code, modify the code, and again sending to the QA team. QA team is rejecting. So here we are not getting any quality of product, and we are not getting any productivity. Okay, simply writing the code and sending it to the QA. QA is rejecting the bills. So this is not correct approach. This is not correct approach. So what they will do, whenever the developer will do any code, okay, whatever it may be, even you are automation engineer also, whatever you are writing the script or whatever you do, right, developer will do what, one round of testing. One round of testing, that testing we can call it as what, white box testing. White box means you can able to see what is the code here, right, what is the code here. Okay, so you can able to see this all the things, right. So that's the reason they call it as it's a white box. The developer need to do one round of testing, that called white box testing. Okay, and coming to the black box testing, see, once the developer push the code to whom, once this is done, right, the developer will see the code. So that's the reason we can call it as it's a white box. Once the developer is sent to this code, right, now as a QA, what we need to do, as a QA, what we need to do, we need to test that one. So we never test the code. So we never see this code int a equals to b. We never see that one. So the code will be like this. Okay, entirely it will come in the form of black box, right? It won't come. See, we never see the code. All right. Now we need to test this one. How we will test this one? Based on, they will provide the requirements. Okay, they will provide the requirements. Based on the requirements, what is the username and what is the password, they will tell you all the documents, what is the password. Based on that we are testing. Okay, we are testing this application. Understanding, right? This is what a white box testing, this is what black box testing. Simply you need to remember only one thing: white box testing is done by the developer and black box testing is done by the QA. Okay, is it clear, guys? Anybody have any questions so far? Now,
Sir,
yeah, yeah, go ahead. You, anybody have any questions so far? You have any question?
oh no.
Okay, thank
Hello, sir.
you. Okay.
So this is actually my first class. So I have a query regarding the curriculum. So is it the right time to ask?
Yeah, yeah,
Or should
no
I ask
problem.
after the
Yeah, yeah,
class?
that's fine. This is what, initially we start with manual. The manual we will discuss completely here the basic things. What is testing? How we need to go with the testing? What is the testing approaches and what is the testing techniques?
All
And
right.
mainly important thing is what are the fundamentals of testing, like functional and non-functional. Okay, these all
All
are
right,
the
sir.
basic things. After that we are
Yep.
discussing about agile methodology. That is one of the most important one. It is not for a tester, anyone need to learn agile methodology. So how you
Right, sir.
will get the task, like how we will go for the release, what is release, like how we will go for estimation for your stories. Like suppose I'm assigning one story on your name, can you please test login? So in login,
Right.
what is your estimation for that one? Okay, so what is
Right.
the sprint? So we will discuss what is the stand-up call and what is retrospective meeting, what is sprint planning meeting. So we will discuss each and everything there. Okay, because the
Okay.
interview they will ask you,
So,
can you please explain your release process? Suppose you are going with experience, then definitely they will ask you, could you please explain your release process? So you need to explain all the your daily activities, what you will do. So that is very very important, agile methodology. Once it is done, then we will start with Jira. Jira means what? Bug tracking tool. So now you are finding a defect, right? So where you need to post that defect? What is the priority of
Right,
the
sir.
defect? Whether it is severity is high, whether it is priority is low, that we need to define and we need to report it that issue into the Jira. That we will see in live. Once it is done, then we will go with the application. With one live application we will go, what that is called stock inventory management. That completely project we will see in live. Okay, it's not like a screenshot, it's a live application. So once you hands on experience in the live application, right, you will find some defects, we will post it into the Jira. So this all will comes on the live experience. Okay, and along with that, there are two
Mm.
documents, which is completely banking application and insurance management system. there we will provide you FRS document and SRS document. Suppose they are not providing any project, but they will providing some documents to you. So based on that, how you will go with the testing with that documents. Okay, so that experience also it will be added. Okay, so this all or overall it will be 25 to 30 classes will be there for the manual. Okay, and not only that, in Jira how we will write the test cases, we will learn the test cases how to write in Excel sheet, as well as by using of a tool how we can write the test cases, that is also will see. So this is what
Right.
completely for manual. You can go with more than 5 years of experience, not a problem. But good communication, understanding the requirements. It's not like a reading and writing. It's not completing of the notes. It's not like that. You need to understand the practical knowledge. So if you know, if you understand all the things right, you can easily crack the job. And coming to the automation part, once the manual is done, then we'll start the automation part. In automation also, we'll start with the basics, like how to launch the Chrome browser, mainly the launching of the browsers. Once we launch the browsers, what are the browser commands, what are the navigation commands, and what are the locators. And after that, we will go with how we need to handle the mouse events, drop down handles, that all we done. And after that we'll start with the test engine and page objective model and Maven and Jenkins and GitHub. So these are all overall 2 months sessions, like 1 month is manual and 1 month, more than 1 month is an automation part. It's a practical examples, not like a theory and notes. Okay, that practically we'll do that. Okay.
All right, sir.
Anything? Anything? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, we'll be covering the core Java along with that.
No, no. That is what I'm telling for. See, I'm not telling like 15 days CoreJava is not enough for you to crack the
Yeah,
interview.
yeah, yeah.
Even
Right, sir.
I'm also interview panel. What the other people are doing, the mistake is you are learning off of knowledge of CoreJava, off of knowledge of
Right,
Selenium. So you are not able to crack the interview. That is the main problem.
right.
So first of all, you need to learn CoreJava. CoreJava is what it's, if you learn this knowledge right, it won't be waste anywhere. Okay, it's a cost of
Right,
2,000 rupees. Okay, I'm not talking about the cost. It is
right,
very less amount, but that knowledge will help you in your career, entire your career. Okay, but
right, right.
15 days CoreJava it is not enough. Okay, you cannot crack that one. Most of the institute they will telling Selenium with CoreJava. What they will do,
Yeah,
15 days they will on the top of the they will tell only CoreJava part, and 15 days Java, 15 days Selenium. So it is won't sufficient. So my suggestion, I always give a suggestion to students to learn proper way, proper approach. If you learn
right, sir.
CoreJava with separately, then you will get a confidence, right? Someone is asked you in interview, write a code, simple code,
Yeah,
then you can write, right? Here I'm only telling class method, only I'm telling oops concept. That will not crack your interview. So if you learn separately, CoreJava with from end to end. Then suddenly in interview, some interviews, that is miracle. They won't ask what is testing. They won't ask what is Selenium. They will ask you only a Java point of view. If you are in good in that
right.
area, you will crack the interview. Some interviews they
So,
won't ask any Java
yeah,
related questions. They will ask you
right.
only Selenium related questions. If you're good in that area, you will crack the interview.
Yes.
Some interviews, manual, your domain knowledge is very very important. If you know good knowledge on your domain, then you can easily crack the interview. So there are, you need to prepare on all the ways, not only in one approach. You need to prepare in all the approach. One approach definitely it will success for your career.
Right, sir.
Okay.
So here basically for Selenium, core Java is a prerequisite, right?
Yes,
So I'll
yes.
have to learn core Java first.
No, I'm telling, if without CoreJava also we can learn, but that is not in a good approach.
Oh,
I'm telling
right.
this is a method. So you are simply remember what is this is a method, but what is method? You need to understand, right? I'm just
Along with
saying that.
our, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
along
yeah.
with
Go ahead.
our course, I can along with our this testing course, I can
Huh,
also join core Java course so that I
huh.
can learn both simultaneously. Is it
Yes,
okay?
yes, yes. Simultaneously, you can do that.
And
Okay.
along with this, in the Selenium field, we'll be learning about the web drivers and the
Yes,
BDD Cucumber framework also.
yes, yes, yes. Cucumber we are not learning here because the
Then
cucumber again it will take lot of time. But I can give the reference one. Okay, if you
okay, sir,
know
okay.
how to work with one area, right? The other areas, see, there are a lot of tools in market, but you cannot
Yeah,
learn all the tools, right? But if you are in good
right,
in one tool, the rest of the tools you can easily learn. Like simply, if you know the car driving, one car driving, right? Then other car driving also you can handle, but it will take some time, right? Because your car is
right, right.
more sufficient, like more friendly with you. But suddenly, if I
Yeah,
change the car, right, 1 or 2 days you will struggle. But you know what is the first gear is first gear only, right? You know where you can apply the first gear, and you know where you need to apply the second gear, right? The
yeah,
slight difference will be there, not much more than that. Got it right? What
right.
I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah, sir. Exactly, exactly. 100%.
Yes, yes.
And sir, will we be getting this the recorded videos along with
Yes,
the
yes,
after
yes,
the
yes,
lectures?
yes, 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 yes. You can access every day, and every day they will provide you that video along with the material also. That what we are
Okay,
discussing, right? That
fine.
PPT. They're not provide the PPT. They will provide that material.
Okay, fine. Sir, one last question, if I may.
Yeah, yeah. Please go ahead. No problem.
Will I be getting like the whole course in once for the old recorded video, so I can learn it self-paced? Is it a possibility?
Yes, yes, yes. You can buy the videos also. Not a problem. The previous
Yeah,
sessions, not the current sessions.
previous sessions. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Uh,
previous sessions. So I can, along with
yeah.
this, I can learn
Yes.
self-paced, right?
Yes, yes, you can learn because mostly
So
most of the US guys they
how
will
much
buy.
time does it take to grasp all these basic tools?
So my suggestion is what if you have a time, whenever you get a time, you will attend and parallel you can take that videos, right?
Right,
What will happen? Mm, you
right,
can also there is a interaction is very very important, right? The students
right,
will
right.
ask
Of
some
course, sir.
different questions when
Yeah,
we are discussing, right? So that is very very important. And so this is hardly you can manual you can go with within 15 to 20 days, not much more than
okay.
that. And automation
Which
means
yeah,
you need to do daily practice. Every day you need to do the practice. Without the
right.
practice, even you purchase the videos, even you watch the
Yeah,
videos in YouTube also. But what is the problem here? You need to practice from your end. So watching the video
right,
and
sir, right, sir.
listening that it won't success your career path. So until unless you need to do some practice there. Okay.
So is it possible if I'm like I want to apply as a experienced person, like for
Yes.
3 years of experience?
Yes.
So will it
Yes.
be
Yes.
possible
You.
after our
Yes,
courses?
you can go with the 2 years of manual experience and 1 year for automation. Don't go with more than that because might
Right,
be
sir.
they will ask you more questions on that, right? So what you can do
Okay,
is
okay.
you can put it more pressure on manual and less pressure on automation. So you can say
Right.
that the 2 years on good experience in manual and 1 year with automation. So 1 year is not considered. We consider as a 1 year as a fresher only.
Okay, fine, fine. Right, sir.
Got it right?
Right, 100%. Thank you, sir, very
Yeah,
much.
thank
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah, thank you. Fine. Okay. So yeah, where we are in? Yeah. So I told you right. This is one of the most important unit testing and component testing. Okay, will be done by the developer, and black box testing is done by the QA. Right. So this is one of the most important one. Now, yesterday one more thing we discussed. What is called BVA? Can anyone? What is called BVA? Testing team will follow one technique. What is called BVA? BVA means what? So boundary value analysis, right? Yesterday we discussed. Suppose username is there. So username is there, right? Here the username, how many characters you need to enter? Who knows that? I don't know, right? How many characters we need to enter? We don't know, right? I told you, right? So that's the reason we always follow what? Requirement specification document. In requirement, they will already mention that username should be 14 to 15 characters. 14 to 15 characters. So how you will test this one? So every time you cannot go with 4, 5, 6, 7 up to 15, right? So how you will test that one? So here simple thing, minimum value is what? 4. Minimum value is 4 and maximum value is what? What is called maximum value? 15. So how you will test this one?
Minimum
Simply
minus one,
mm,
maximum plus one.
correct, correct. Minimum minus 1 and maximum plus 1. So in this case, simple testing. So three is valid or invalid?
Invalid.
Invalid, right? It should not work. In case it is working means it is a bug. 15 plus 1, 16. 16 is valid or invalid? So this is
Invalid.
invalid. It should not allow. In between, what is the range? What is the range? 4 to 15. So in between, you can take anything. It should work. So this is the way you need to test. This we can call it as what? A BVA technique. What is called BVA? Boundary Value Analysis. Okay. This is what the last class what we discussed. Now, one of the most important one I told you, right? What is SDLC? What is called SDLC? Software Development Life Cycle. So this is one of the most important one. It is not for development team. It is not for QA. For everyone, it is a campus entry question. If you are in campus, definitely they will ask you this question. Can you define what is SDLC? SDLC is nothing but what? A software Development Life Cycle. Why we are using this one? This is the process followed for software projects within a software organization. What is this one? It consists of detailed plan describing how to develop, how to maintain, how to replace. Suddenly this requirement is not working, then what we need to do? We cannot close the project, right? So we need to think alternate solution for that. How to replace and what is alter or enhancements. Enhancements means everything new things we need to add it into your project. Okay. So that is one of the most important one. Okay, the life cycle defines the methodology for improving what? The quality of software. Why we are doing the testing? Quality. How you define the quality? How can you say you are getting a quality product? Can anyone tell me? You are buying some product in the market. How can you say this product is quality product? You are buying some phone. You are saying this is the quality phone. How you are saying that?
If the result met the requirements, then it is a
Absolutely. Yes, your results is met the your requirements. Justification of all the requirements. See, all my requirements is available on this mobile within the budget, within the cost. That is definitely it is a quality product only, right? Understanding, right? So it requirement. What is your requirements? All requirement is satisfied, then definitely it is a quality product. Okay, if it sometimes it is working, sometimes it is not working, or some charging is not properly not charging, means that you cannot say it is a quality product. Even though if you are giving a free of cost also, no one will buy that product. So what is quality? What is the definition of quality? Last class we discussed justification of what? All the requirements. Quality is defined the justification of what? All the requirements. Requirement 1 is good, requirement 2 is good, requirement 3 is good, requirement 4 is good. Definitely you will get a quality product, no doubt at all. Okay. How they are saying, if you buy any refrigerator or anything, right, 10 years motor warranty. How they are telling that? Because they are already quality check. Without quality check, they cannot say 10 years warranty. If they are saying 10 years warranty, means they have that much of confidence on that product. If you buy any product, refrigerator or AC or anything, right, they will tell you the motor warranty. Now how many years? Like 10 years. They without testing they won't say that, right? Without testing it will come 10 years, means everyone, every customer will go and they will fight with them. But 10 years they will give you a warranty because they are confident about that product, and also that is tested and it is proved. Okay. So that's the reason they are giving what? 10 years. Okay. The similar way, the quality is very 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 important. If we test that application, right, we can directly talk with the client. Don't worry, you can happily launch the product in the market. If without testing you cannot say launch this product in the market. Okay. Product means what? Don't think that 1 or 2 rupees, it's a crores of millions of money. Okay, it's not like 1 or 2 rupees. Okay. So testing is mandatory, compulsory. If any product without testing they will not launch in the market. Okay. Yeah, this is before we start the testing. So what we need to do? So we need to follow the SDLC process. The first thing is what? When the project will start, right, no one will ask you test immediately, no one will ask you do coding immediately. The first thing is what? They will capture the requirements, they will collect the requirements. Once we got the requirements, what we need to do? We need to go for analysis whether we can do or not. Now, if you are confident means then I can take you and I can give an offer with you. You are not confident and you don't know what you need to do. Then if I give the offer 34 lakhs also you cannot do the job, right? So first of all, you need to understand what exactly we need to do. What is the risk analysis there? Okay, so when the project will comes, right, they will go with analysis. I told you, right, risk mitigation, risk strategy, and metrics calculation. Everything we need to do in where in analysis part, whether we can do this project or not. Okay, so that will comes on where an analysis part. Once it is done, then they will go with the design part. Again, designs are what? Two types: low level designs and high level designs. Low level design means anyone can understand. High level design means what? Who having a knowledge on that particular area, then they can only understand the high level language, high level diagrams. Okay, once the diagram part is done, then the developer is involved. Based on the diagram, the developer will go through the requirements and they build the code. Once the code is done, then the testing team is involved. So interview question: in what phase, in what phase you are involved in SDLC? In what phase you are involved? Testing phase. So we are not involved in all the areas. You are not going through the requirements. You are not going through the analysis. You are not involved in designing. You are not involved in coding. Your part is what? Testing part. Once the coding is done, then they will ask you to do the testing. So how you will do the testing? Just now we discussed. The black box testing is done by how we are doing the testing based on requirements and functionality. So they will provide the requirements and you need to check the functionality. If it is working means then you need to give the confirmation. QA need to give the confirmation. See, this is very very important. You need to give the confirmation. If you are giving the confirmation, right, so it is working as expected, then they will go with implementation. Implementation is nothing but installation and all the things. Once it is done, it will go for the release. Once the release is done, again what we need to do? Support and maintenance. If end user will get any some issue, right, he will contact with you with the ticket. Okay, they raise the ticket. Based on the ticket, again the support team will be there. The support team will be look into the ticket. Okay, after releasing the product we need to give support and maintenance. Okay, so this we can call it as what? Software development life cycle. It starts with where? Don't break this cycle. Okay, it is the continuous cycle. Without requirements we cannot go with analysis. Without analysis we cannot go with the design. Without design we cannot go with the coding. Without coding we cannot do the testing, right? Without code what you will test? You cannot do testing. Without testing we cannot go with the implementation. Without implementation we cannot go with support and maintenance. So in interview definitely they will ask you, can you define and what is SDLC means? You can simply say that SDLC is nothing but software development life cycle. It's like planning, defining, designing, building, testing and deployment. You can use these words or you can use these words, anything is fine, but terminology is very very important. If you use good words, right, that it will be good for your interview also. Planning, first we will go with planning. After planning, what we are doing? We are defining whether we can do that project or not, whether we have a resources or not. We need to check, right? Without resources, I'm accepting that project means who will do that project? It's a single person, we cannot do the project. It's a group of people is required. Understanding, right? So in the agile methodology there is no developer, there is no testers. We can call it as what? A scrum team. The coming days we will discuss what is scrum team. Okay, so it's a teamwork. It's not like a one person will do all the things. Okay, so planning, defining. Once the defining is done, then we will go with the designing. Once the designing is done, then we are going with the building. Building is nothing but the developmenting. Once the development is done, then we will go with the testing. Once the testing is confirmed, then we go for deployment. One deployment means it is the go for the release. Once the release is done, then we will go with what? Support and maintenance. This process we can call it as what? SDLC. SDLC is nothing but software development life cycle. Is it clear, guys? So this is one of the most important one. Okay, so in what phase you are involved means you need to say that you are involved in testing phase. You should say that you are involved in testing phase. Okay, don't say I involve coding and everything. Okay, you are involved in testing phase. Is it clear, guys? Anybody have any questions? Is it clear so far? Yes or no? So this is one of the most important one. Okay, where we are involved, testing phase. Uh, Now, see, first of all, try to understand how project will comes to the organization. How project will comes to the organization? First of all, suppose Durga is there. Durga is what? A business person. Okay. Now Durga wants what? One software. Suppose you guys want some software. So in that case, how you will do that? You want some application, right? So you want some application, you want to some web browser or you want some application for your business. So whom you need to approach? You are approaching with IT companies, right? So first of all, the client will give you RFP. What is called RFP? Request for a proposal. Suppose you are a client, you are a business person, you required some web application for your needs. So what you are doing, you are giving RFP for you to the IT organizations. Okay, request for a proposal. That request for a proposal will accepted by whom? IT company. IT companies like other IT companies will give you a proposal document to you. Okay, what is called proposal document? The proposal document, we have the technical solution, what we are using the code, what is the cost of the project, what is the schedule, what is the timeline. See, these all are very very important. Not only accepting the project. If suppose I'm accepting your project means I need to check what is the technical solution, what is the terms and conditions, what is the cost, what is the schedule, and what is the timeline. So I'm giving a proposal document to the client. If client is accepted the proposal document, okay, Durga is accepted, yes, I'm okay with your proposal, I'm okay with your cost, I'm okay with your schedule, I'm okay with your timelines, then client and IT company means Durga and IT company will go with what? SOW. What is called SOW? The SOW is nothing but signed statement of work order. Now IT company will got what? Work order. See, first we got work order. IT companies will got work order. The client is what? Durga. Now, what IT company will do once they receive the work order, they will conduct one meeting. That is the first meeting. That we can call it as what? Kickoff meeting, first meeting. In this meeting, what they will do, they will identify the project manager, the first person of the project. The project manager is very very important. Without project manager, we can't. Whom I need to report? That is the problem, right? So the project manager is very very important. Okay, so they identify whom? The project manager. The project manager will prepare one document. What is this? PMP. Anyone know what is called PMP? The project manager will prepare one document. That document we can call it as what? PMP. Project management plan. How we need to start this project, how we need to execute this project, what are the resources, what are the test plan, what are the development plans, how we can execute this project. Everything will be written in where? In PMP. The PMP document is written by your project manager. So that's the reason in your interview, technical round will be there, project manager round will be there, HR round will be there. There are three rounds for your interview. One is basic and second one is technical. If you crack the technical interview, then again the project manager interview is also will be there. The project manager will ask you, okay, previous experience and all the things. Then HR round will be there, like a package discussion and all the things. Okay, but PMP is very very important. But don't worry, we are not involved all these areas. Okay, I told you, right? We are involved only in testing phase. Okay, this is what the picture, how project will comes to the organization, what is request for a proposal, what is the proposal document, what is SOW, what is the kickoff meeting. No one will ask you these questions in interview. This is only our internal knowledge purpose. This is only for our knowledge how project will comes to the organization, how, in what steps we need to follow. That is only we are discussing here. But you need to remember all the things, who will maintain that PMP document, who will design and who will return this. You need to remember these things. Okay. So PMP is nothing but what? A project management plan. You can also become, if you have a good experience, 15 years more than or 16 years more than, then you can also become a project manager. Once you become a project manager, you need to prepare one document. That document is nothing but a PMP, project management plan. Okay. Now, next is what? BRS. It's one of the most important one. Now, BRS means what? Anyone know?
Business
BR.
requirement specification.
Absolutely good. Business requirement specification document. Suppose now you have a lot of questions, lot of queries. You cannot directly talk with the client, right? We don't, they won't provide the client information. Okay, they will provide the client name, but they won't provide completely client phone number, WhatsApp number. They won't share. Okay, the client is what? Confidentially will be there. So in between the client and organization, in between, suppose any message you want to pass, or client want to pass some message to the entire the team. So in between us, one person will be there. That person we can call it as what? BA. What is called BA? Business analyst. You can also become a business analyst if you have a good communication skills, designing skills. Then you can also become a business analyst. What business analyst will do? You just pass the information between to whom, to the organization, to the client, right? To the organization, to the client. The business analyst, what business analyst will do? The business analyst is pass the information between organization and client. What customer expectation, what client expectations, all the information will be passed to the organization in the form of document. That document we can call it as what? BRS, business requirement specification document. Okay. So BA portion is also is very very important. Now, what are the discussions is happen between the client and organization, right? That we cannot understand. That is not normally discussion. That is what normal discussions. I want screen like that. I want drop down like this. That all the information they will convert it into in the form of what? SRS. What is called SRS? Software.
Requirement specifications.
Yes, correct. Software requirement specification. We are converted into our terminology. So now main part, what the development team will do, what testing team will do. See, here we involved. Here in the testing, we are involved here. But before the picture, once the project will comes to the organization, they will go with the proposal, then they will go with SOW, sign statement of work order. Once they got work order, they will start kickoff meeting. Once the kickoff meeting is done, they identify the project manager and they will go with BRS. BRS is nothing but business requirement specification document. All this information they converted into SRS. In SRS, what we can see, there is a development team will be there and QA team will be there. First of all, you need to understand what is exactly my role. Role means what is your job and what is your role. So developer, what the job role? Suppose you are going with the development side, what you need to do? First of all, you need to go through the requirements, and after that you start with the design. Based on the designs, say architectural designs, there are DB designs, UI, user interface design, UML designs. Based on these diagrams and based on your requirement, you will start writing the code. Once the code is done, what is next? Code review. What is called code review? Whatever you are writing the code, right? You think that it is right, but the senior person will review your code whether it is correct or not, whether you are following the standards or not. Okay, we need to follow some standards. Okay, you need to following or not, they will check. Once your code is done, unit level testing, that is what we learn. White box testing. See, the developer will do white box testing. Once the development is done, the white box testing, then they will go with what? Integration testing. So once the integration testing is done, the developer job is done. So next, this code will moves to the testing. Now what tester will do? So what is your plan? See, Test plan. This is one of the most important one. Who will design the test plan? Anybody have idea? Who will design the test plan? The test plan is
Test
designed by,
lead.
excellent. The test plan is designed by your test lead. What we need to test, what we need not to test. So the lead will be there. Don't worry. The lead will tell you, hey, you need to test this one. Hey, you need to test this one. Or hey, you don't test this one. So they will tell you. So who is that person? Your test lead will prepare the test plan. What exactly we need to test, what kind of testing we need to do. Each and everything will be written in where? In the test plan. Okay. Now test scenario. Scenario means what? Anyone know? Now I'm asking to test the water bottle. In the water bottle, what I need to test? Can anyone? In a water bottle, I'm asking to test the water bottle. In water bottle, what I need to test? Can anyone? What you will test in the water bottle?
Quality of what?
That's correct. What you said is correct. Quality of water is important, right? Whether cap is working correctly or not, we need to check, right? Whether it is having a label is there or not, you need to check, right? That all are called scenarios. Cap, body, shape, use and throw. Whether the bottle is it will accept cold water or hot water, you need to test all the things. This is what called testing. Now I'm asking to test your mobile. What you will test in that mobile? First you need to identify the scenarios. What exactly I need to do the testing? Most of the people finding the defects only. They don't know how to find the defects. Simply they're saying that testing means finding the defects. No. No, if you have a good tester, right, the development team will give you a lot of respect because you are not compromising any quality. You are giving too many bugs. Then definitely they will think that, oh, you have good knowledge. First of all, you need to, suppose if I ask you to test the water bottle means, people are thinking only water bottle, but there are a lot of scenarios will be there. Whether its cap is fit or not, whether it is a proper cap or not, whether we have handy, it is carry to handy or not, whether the bottle shape and color, quality, metal, understanding, right? These all are what? Scenarios. You need to find first scenarios. What I need to test in that water bottle. Cap, body, logo, shape, understanding, right? These all are what? Scenarios. Once you identify the scenarios, right, then what you need to do? You need to test the conditions. That is nothing but test case. In requirements, it is clearly mentioned that the cap color should be blue, but you are not seeing the blue color, you are seeing some different color. Then what you can say that the test case is failed. Why you are saying the test case is failed? Because actual result is not equal to expected result. What is your expected result? Blue color, but cap, water bottle cap is not in blue, it is in different color. Then what you can say that your test case is failed. Actual result is not equal to expected result. What I'm expecting, that is not getting. So for every story you need to identify the test scenarios, you need to write the test cases, you also need to do integration testing, and also you need to do system testing. What is called system testing? End-to-end testing we need to do. And also we need to do user acceptance testing, alpha testing and beta testing. Once it is done, then we will move to this production and implementation. Once it is done, then we will go with the release, support and maintenance. See, this today I'm telling what is your role, but in coming sessions we need to discuss what is test scenarios, what are the test cases, what is integration testing, what types of integration testing will be there, what is user acceptance testing, alpha testing, beta testing, how we will move to the production and implementation. That we will learn coming days, but today I'm just telling what is QA role and what is developer role. Okay, so QA will go with the test plan. The test plan is designed by the test lead. The test lead will assign a story on your name, verify the login. In the login, what I need to verify? I need to verify username, password, login. That all will comes on the scenarios. And test case, valid username, valid password, click on login. That is all comes on test cases. Okay, so this is what SDLC, software development lifecycle. First will comes on requirements. After that we are coming with the design. After that requirement analysis, design. After design we will go with the coding. After the coding, we are going with the testing. Once the testing is done, then we'll go with the support and production and implementation. And implementation is done, then we'll go with the support and maintenance. Okay. If you understand this picture, at least you need to understand what is my role. After that, we need to go with the real things like what are the testing techniques, what techniques we need to follow, static technique and dynamic technique, and what the static technique means, what dynamic technique means what, and what is the functional testing and what are the non-functionality testing. Then we'll go slowly what exactly with the testing. Okay. Anybody have any question, guys? But these all are very important. What we discussed today: what is BRS, what is FRS, what is SRS, what is the test plan, what is PMP. These all are very important. Okay, don't worry if you are not understand. Also, not a problem because no one will ask you this question. But if you want to start any project, this is the process. First, you need to suppose your business, the client will come with the request for a proposal. Then you need to give the proposal document. Once you provide the proposal document, the client is okay means, then they will both you can go with work order. Once we got the work order, then we will conduct the kickoff meeting, and we need to first identify the project manager. Okay. Anybody have any questions so far? Don't worry. If you're not understand, also not a problem. But this is one of the most important things. Okay. Is there anything else, guys? Anybody have any questions, queries? So tomorrow, what we can do is we'll see what are the testing techniques. Okay, what kind of techniques we need to follow. We already know what are the types of testing: structural and functional, right? Tomorrow, what we can do is tomorrow we'll see what kind of techniques we need to follow. Then we will go with fundamentals of testing. Okay, functional and non-functional. Okay, unit testing, integration testing, system testing, user acceptance testing. Then we can go with functional testing and non-functional testing. Okay, is it clear, guys? Anybody have any questions? The last call. Every day I will ask the questions. You please prepare with that. No need to write the notes and all the things. I will share that notes and everything. Just try to understand what is PMP. Don't buy hard. What is PMP, project management plan. Don't go with that way. Try to understand. I told you, right, what is test scenarios. Scenarios are very important. In case anyone asks you to test this one, people are starting it immediately. They open that laptop and they will start. But who is experienced guy, right? He will not start that one. He will go with what requirement. First, you need to go through the requirement, understand the requirement. What exactly I need to test that. If you understand that point, right, the half of the person testing is completed. But some people will be there, over smart, over this thing, without knowing requirement, without knowing any application, they start doing the testing. That results will not be constant because might be you find the defect in random case. But who knows the requirements and who knows the functionality, their bugs are very important because they know what is happening in the application. So without knowing of domain knowledge, without knowing of testing principles or testing approach, you can't do the testing in a proper way. Okay. Anything else, guys? Last call.
Hello, sir.
Hmm. Go ahead.
API testing also covered, right?
No. Here we cannot. API is completely a different. It is completely manual and automation. If you want to learn API, again you need to learn with one tool like Postman or any other tool you need to learn. Okay, that
Test NG, rest assured also one example also not covered.
we can rest assured is completely in automation part that I can give the reference one. Okay, because what I will happen right here, if you are just I'm sharing the document, you are understanding and you can go with that means then it is fine. But if I share the document in front of the class, right, if they don't know the basics, right, again there will get a lot of confusion. So I don't want to put that into that. In case if you want, anyhow, I will share my email ID and all the things. If you have any queries and concerns, right, you can approach me. I can share you external documents which is required for you.
But in industry nowadays, microservice using right API development is more. So if you
I
see
told
one
her,
example, CRUD operation, one example, if you thought it's helpful actually.
yes, yes, I agree with you. But most see what are the microservices and all the things. But first of all, you need to understand what is Selenium, how it works, and how we can use with that all the things. Right. First, you need to understand the basic part. Okay.
Yeah, sir, that's
Once,
correct. But at the end, I'm asking last.
yeah. I agree with you. That is what I'm telling. I can give you the reference document to you. You can go with that and you can approach with that. But if I start in the class, right, if
Uh,
your level is different and some other people are level is different, we cannot match with both of them. If both are in the same level, right, I can explain to in the class tomorrow. Okay. So you
but
already know all the things, what is microservices and all the things. So if I share the
yeah,
document, it will be helpful for you. But if I same document I tell to other people, they will not catch that one. Okay, I understand. That is what I'm telling. If I will share my email ID and all the things. In case you want a particular thing, that kind of thing, let me know. Okay.
sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. So thank you guys. Thanks for your time. Have a nice time. We'll see then tomorrow with the same time. In case the link will change, just talk with the front office. Okay. Thank you guys. Thanks for your time.